Good afternoon. Live from Harriet Space Park here in Huguenot, New York, Port Jervis Youth Football League action. Triple header of football games today. Things opened up this morning with opening ceremonies here as Port Jervis celebrates a brand new, beautiful press box here at the youth football facility. And then it was Mighty Mite football action as Port Jervis hosted the Washingtonville Wizards. Big game by the Mighty Mites of both squads. Then it was D1 football action just completed as the Wizards of Washingtonville were victorious over the Port Jervis D1 Raiders. And last but not least, the marquee matchup of the games today, it is the D2 Raiders versus the Washington Wizards Gold D2 team. Tom Fagione here, bringing you all the action this afternoon as we are having a lot of fun celebrating youth football and our community here in the Port Jervis and Town of Deer Park area. Weather has kind of turned a little bit as cool temperatures still prevail. 64 degrees, a light rain off and on falling on the field, but that has not deterred the spirits or the sales of the concession stand. Everyone's having a good time today. We want to thank the families from Washingtonville who have made a trip over here to enjoy our facility. And I hope that they walk away and say, wow, this really is a beautiful facility. Brand new press box here and our concession stand making all the best treats that they want, along with a football field that has been well cared for by the county, the town, and so many volunteers. Truly is a field of dreams. And we're glad to be here talking youth football this afternoon. Having a lot of fun. Hope you are too. If you are, drop us a message. You can always hit me up, Tom Fagione on Facebook, on YouTube, or you can also drop me a line 845-551-5784. Captains are at the center of the field, and it's Washingtonville D2 Wizards Gold. They will receive the ball to start the game. And that indication didn't come from the referee, but it came from Connor Brennan himself, number 1, as he comes to the sideline saying, I got the ball. Signals that it's going to be Washingtonville to get the thing started. Okay. And the referees are at the center field, Red Hosan and his crew, and Dave Stosky as they prepare. I believe they're looking for, believe it or not, they're looking for a football to get the game started.
Welcome to Harriet Space Park once again. Remember the set stands open. Got Steve over there. He's got some burgers cooking. As always, please patronize the set stand.
All right, joining me here, my co-host for the afternoon, the one and only internet sensation himself, Chase. How are you, bro?
Good.
Chase Sotelo, world famous internet broadcaster, talking high school football. Washingtonville set to go. Oh, they were waiting for the Pledge of Allegiance. They missed a beautiful national anthem sung this morning by Taylor. Oh, my God, I'm going to mess up her name. I had it good this morning. Taylor Mieszczuk. Oh, she's going to be mad. Taylor did a great job singing the national anthem at the opening ceremony. So good, we said, you know what? That's going to cover all the games. And here we go. We're set for action right now as the Washingtonville Wizards take the field on offense. Port Jervis defense led out onto the field, ready to go. How about this? Maddox McCormick, number 0, first on the field for the Raiders. He says, let's get this game started. It'll be 1st and 10 Washingtonville at their own 35-yard line. D2 action, Washingtonville Gold versus the Port Jervis Raiders D2 action coming to you right now. First game from scrimmage taking place in moments. Washingtonville breaks the huddle. Full house backfield. Double tight formation, and the snap is called. Handoff goes to the dive back. A big bull run up the middle. Tackle made on the play at the end by Port Jervis, and that is a big stop on the play. Oh, man, let me get my paperwork all together here. Now, of course, was Anthony Theodore. He was our host early in the game. As Anthony Theodore on the tackle, not before Washingtonville gets about 6 on the play, officially 5. Second down from the Washingtonville 40-yard line. Snap goes to the tailback, 24 with a big head of steam. Oh, and what a tackle by Anthony Theodore again. What a form tackle from his defensive secondary position. Theodore steps up and makes the hit. A pickup of 1 on the play. Third down now for Washingtonville. That's their own 41-yard line. Big hit by number 5. He plays the linebacker position for the Raiders. He's offset, of course, by Maddox McCormick and my man, Carol Dolshin. Carol and I talked before the game. I mispronounced his name, so we're just going to call him Carol the rest of the game. Third down now for Washingtonville. They're going to go to that dive again, and Washingtonville met at the line of scrimmage, and it is Maddox McCormick with the big hit, a loss on the play. It'll bring up a fourth down now for Washingtonville, and that poor defense looks hungry and strong. You know, they kind of ran out of hamburgers in between the D1 and D2 game, and I think the guys on the field knew it because they're hungry. Big stop right there by the poor defense. Fourth down now for Washingtonville. Ball being marked officially at the 38-yard line. We'll call that a -3 on the play. Fourth down for Washingtonville. No score early on here. Washingtonville Gold versus the Port Jervis Raiders. Raiders hosting their first home game of the season, as they are opening up the season here for the first time. Well, they opened up the season last week, and now we got official moving the ball, and they're going to have a free kick, a punt here. Punt by Washingtonville. So Port got to remove their secondary back. Back deep, of course, is Theodore for the Raiders.
Theodore back.
Good punt, and they punt away from Theodore. Oh, and it gets a bounce right into Theodore's hands. Takes the ball at the 39, sheds a couple tackles, going backwards, trying to make the corner. He finds it, and is upfield, and he finds the open space. He is gone. No one's going to grab Theodore. Down to the 20, down to the 10, 5, touchdown it is. Anthony Theodore on an incredible touchdown punt return for the Raiders. They go up big, 6-0. On the huge return by Anthony Theodore.
That was a far run.
61-yard punt return for touchdown. Broke a bunch of tackles, lots of blocks downfield, and it was Theodore on the sideline who takes it in. And I believe, I don't know if we're calling a flag on the play. Oh, they're saying he stepped out of bounds. Oh, what an unfortunate circumstance, as they are saying that Anthony Theodore stepped out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds at the Washingtonville 45-yard line. Oh, that'll negate what was an incredible run for Anthony Theodore. Nonetheless, 1st and 10 for Port Jervis at the Washingtonville 45-yard line. What was a 61-yard punt return will now be not that case at all. Theodore slow to the huddle as he's kind of shaking his head saying, oh, man, I thought I had the touchdown. 16-yard return nonetheless. 1st and 10, Port Jervis at the Washingtonville 45-yard line. Theodore, quarterback in the situation. Full house backfield in the back. Carroll, the fullback, split backs off of him. Theodore looks over the defense and calls the snap, and it's an end around to McCormick. McCormick cuts back against the grain, upfield, very short, very close to the first down. Maddox McCormick, number 0 on the roster, but the number 1 ball carrier so far this afternoon with a big run, short of the first down. They're going to make it a 2nd and 9 from the Washingtonville 46-yard line. And Chase, how about that run, huh?
Yeah, that was pretty far.
These guys are a lot more intense than what we saw this morning, huh? Each game's getting more and more intense. Port Jervis now double tight, single back in the backfield, and it's Carol Deshawn in the backfield. Theodore calls a snap. He's going to dive to Deshawn. Deshawn, 82, takes it up the middle. A whole host of Washingtonville Wizards on his back, and he gets the first down for Port Jervis. First down of the afternoon. Port Jervis wants to go hurry-up offense. Ball being set at the 31-yard line. Big carry for Deshawn. 1st and 10 Raiders. Anthony Theodore with the double tight formation in front of him. Takes the center snap. He's going to hand it off to McCormick. McCormick cuts outside, likes to come back inside, and it is just everybody piling on. McCormick churning his way up for positive yards. Second down at the Washingtonville 29-yard line. Pick of 2 on the play. Port Jervis and Washingtonville. No score first quarter action. Port Jervis with that dead tee offense. 2 split backs and a fullback lined up in parallel. Pitch goes outside. The pitch is to Cameron Barber. Barber takes it to the right side and around, taken out of bounds on the Washingtonville sidelines. Not until he picks up 5 yards and the first down. Barber with the carry and the first down for Port Jervis. Ball being marked at the Washingtonville 20-yard line. Chase taking a break. We got a new co-host with me here. Let's make sure his microphone's on. There's an on and off switch. Joining us now in studio,
Aiden Santella.
Aiden, you were listening. You were so excited at home. You said you had to come down and be part of the action, huh?
Yeah.
How are we doing so far today? Having fun?
Yeah, I actually have a game later on today, and it's just been so fun today to watch all these games happen.
Ah, Deshaun with the handoff. Oh, he cuts outside, and a shoestring tackle made. Carroll Deshaun taken down, but not before gaining maybe a yard on the play. Aiden, you play on the D3 Raiders. You guys are playing tonight, right?
Yeah.
And your game is at Otisville. Tell us a little bit about that. Why are you guys having a home game at Otisville?
In the beginning of the season, we didn't have as many players as we have had in the recent years. So Minnesink decided they were about to pull the plug. They only had 15 players. But before that happened, they decided to quickly...
Quarterback keeps it himself here. I'm going to interrupt. And it is Anthony Theodore with a big run down to the 10. Theodore picks up 10 on the play.
Good yardage.
Yeah, it might be a 1st and 10, maybe a 1st and goal. We'll see where they mark the ball. We have an injury down on the field right now, so we're going to pause for a moment as we have a player from Washingtonville. Looks like he tweaked his right leg, so we're going to pause for just a moment. All right, a round of applause now. Looks like it was Michael Benzinger for Washingtonville who suffered a right leg injury, but off on his own power and maybe holding a rib. Some big, tough hits out there. Aiden Sotelo joining us right now is our special guest talking about D3. So D3 didn't have enough guys from Port, didn't have enough guys from Minnesink. So what, you guys, you met and had a wrestling match and said, we'll form together a team?
Kind of like that. It's like they came to us asking for at least a couple home games from their field, and they didn't care on any terms that we had. So we ended up getting one home game from us at our last game at this field, and then we also got to use our jerseys. So
a little bit of a trade-off. Illegal procedure by Port Jervis on that play as they'll be marched back 5 yards. Raiders being marched back to about the 15, 1st and goal for the Raiders at the Washingtonville 15-yard line. No score here early in the game. First quarter action. The D2 Raiders hosting the D2 Washingtonville Wizards Gold. So we're talking to Aiden Sotelo, D3 Raider, and a compromise was made between Port and Minnesink, and instead of not having teams for each, you guys jumped together and formed one team. I like the combination. Handoff goes to McCormick to the left side. Boy, he stiff arms but can't get outside the edge. And McCormick taken for a loss on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down as McCormick takes a slight loss on the play. We'll give him a loss of 2. Put it at the 17. Aiden, so your game tonight, who are you guys playing tonight?
Tonight we're also playing the Washingtonville Wizards, and since some kids don't have our New Jersey, came together and created our kind of like game jerseys for now. I would like to thank Jesse Brace and Coach Dahlquist, because they literally one night.
Dolshin with the carry, and he will not be denied, churning his way downfield as big run from number 82, Carroll Dolshin, gets the ball inside the 10, regains the loss of yards, bring up a 3rd down now for the Raiders inside that Washingtonville. Officially going to mark it. Looks like they're going to give him the 7, so we're going to give him 10 on the carry. 3rd down now for Port Jervis at the the Washingtonville 7. Boy, Washingtonville defense coming up big, but Port Jervis scratching at the door here, trying to put the first points on the board this afternoon in this D2 game. It's Theodore calls the center snap. He's going to hand it off. No, he's going to keep it himself on the end around the left side. He's got the corner. Can he make the pylon? 5-yard line, and he's in for the touchdown. Anthony Theodore in on the 7-yard touchdown run.
Right around the outside.
And that's it. If you can get the edge and run to that pylon, boy, 6. Now, he had a touchdown earlier, but ran out of bounds on the punt return. Makes up for it now on the 7-yard touchdown run. And just like that, Port Jervis is up over Washingtonville. Score right now 6-0. Port Jervis going to opt to either kick for the 2 or run or throw for the 1. First quarter action here, Harriet Space Park. D2 Raiders taking on the D2 Washingtonville Wizards Gold team. Port Jervis goes out with their offense now, going to go for the single point. Again, it's Theodore at the quarterback, calls the snap. Going to keep it himself. Same play that got him in the end zone, but he might be throwing. He turns and throws, and it is caught for the conversion. Great play by the Port Jervis offense as the catch is made by Christopher Struble, number 12 for the Raiders. So the 1-point conversion, and it is Port Jervis 7, Washingtonville nothing. First time we saw either team go to the air. How about that, Aiden?
That was a great run by the Port Jervis Red Raiders. Overall, good drive, and it got them a touchdown.
No doubt about it. So 5-12 on the 1-point try. And it is Port Jervis 7, Washingtonville nothing. First quarter action here, and we have ourselves quite a football game here. So, Aiden, big game tonight. You guys got a little playbook planned for tonight. Anything special you guys working on? Now, be careful. Washingtonville coaches everywhere, including, I think their scout guy is sitting right next to you, right?
We're just looking to just probably gain a lot of yards and hopefully get some touchdowns.
There you go. 1st and 10 now for Washingtonville. Ball marked at their own 35-yard line. Aiden, you're very smart, not giving away anything, but it should be a lot of fun tonight under the lights.
Yeah.
All right, Washingtonville now full house backfield. The dive goes to the fullback up the middle, and again it's Theodore who just smushes him. Not after yards on the play. And that fullback is big Dominic Perrone. Big carry. Boy, that kid's some running back there, huh?
Yeah, big kid.
Aiden, what position you play?
I play mainly safety on defense and kicker.
Kicker?
Mm-hmm.
All right, very important game. You know, it's in D3 too. It's 2 points if you kick it.
Yeah,
2 points. So that could make the difference in a game. Score right now. Port Jervis opted for the 1-point conversion on the pass. Second down now for Washingtonville. Again, the handoff to the fullback. And look at that poor defense led by Maddox McCormick all over the place. No yards on that carry.
Stuffed on the line.
And that's what you like from that defensive line. You know, they're big, they're strong, they like to hit. Look at them. Dolson adjusting other people's equipment because they are laying the wood down there. Actually, they're going to give 2 yards on the carry. Third down now at the Washingtonville 44-yard line. They need the 45. One tough yard there lies in the way of a first down conversion. Port's defense kind of shifting a little bit. Handoff's going to go to the tailback, and Port's defense is on it, but not after Washingtonville able to get the first down. Carry on the play made by Tyler Castro. So first down, Washingtonville. They're going to give him 2 on the carry. The ball going to be marked at the 46-yard line. Official timeout on the field. Dave Stosky, referee, who blows the whistle. He's been a longtime volunteer and member of Port Jervis youth football and youth sports. Just an all-around great guy. Him and Red Hosan are out there officiating, and you know you get the best when you get those guys. In fact, look what Dave Stosky is doing now. He's actually instructing the players as to their proper alignment. You want to make sure you get the linemen where they need to be and the linebackers where they need to be. Even at this level, it's a bit of instruction. And I think Washingtonville is questioning the depth of the linebackers. They have to be a couple yards off the line of scrimmage. And Dave Stosky, the referee, making that adjustment. So 1st and 10 for Washingtonville at their own 46-yard line. This time the handoffs to Castro again, 24, and those linebackers converge on him quick. 1 yard off, 2 yards off, 3 yards off. Makes no difference as Struble and Theodore come up on Castro. A very short gain on the play. Actually, healthy mark. 2nd down at the Washingtonville. I'm going to give them one, a very big one. Ball at the 47-yard line. Aiden Sotelo joining me here for this D2 game. So you're the kicker. You guys got any trick plays lined up on terms of onside kicks or anything like that? You do anything like that?
No, not really. It's just mainly get the ball to them, get the tackle.
There you go. We'll talk more about the stars of your team. 2nd down now for Washingtonville. Handoff to Castro again, and he can't even make the line of scrimmage. Maddox, McCormick, and a host of Raiders on top of him. Nothing going on there as this poor defense really amping things up. Nice hit by Xavier Mann as well. Brings up a 3rd and long now for Washingtonville. No gain on that carry. So, Aiden, tell us a little bit about some of your teammates, who some of the stars are, some of the names that you keep an eye out for. You?
Yeah. One of the menacing kids named Cole Sanfilippo. He's a hard hitter, and
yeah, I know his dad.
Yeah.
He's a big, tough player, so he's going to be good. All right, a fumble on the play, and it's picked up by Port Jervis. A fumble recovery made by Xavier Griffith for the Raiders, and just like that, I'm sorry, Devontae Griffith. Is that Devontae Griffith on the pickup?
Yeah, that's Devontae.
Yeah, Devontae. He's got a different number, number 45. 36 on my roster no longer. 45 it is. Fumble recovered by Devontae Griffith, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Raiders. What an opportunity now. Theodore comes to the huddle. 1st and 10 for Port Jervis at the Washingtonville. We'll call it the 47. And, oh, boy, turnovers. You know, those are things in football, whether it's a youth league or high school or the pros. That is always a tough thing. And Port Jervis now gets the ball 1st and 10. Theodore ready to go. Calls for the snap. Hands off the ball to McCormick. He likes that left side. Cuts back inside. Big stiff arm. Gets 10-plus on the carry. As McCormick just churns his way downfield. Oh, what a runner. He may be number 0 on the uniform, but he plays a lot bigger than a number 0 out there. Oh, look where they're going to mark it. Going to mark him just short of the 1st down.
Big gain on that. Close to the 1st down.
All right, 2nd down and short now. Ball being marked. We'll call it to 39. So pickup of 8 on the play. Long 2. 2nd down for the Raiders. Raiders ahead of Washingtonville. 7-0 here. First quarter action. D2. Port Jervis Youth Football League action. Theodore with an inside handoff. No, he pitches it outside. That time the ball is handed off. And there he goes to the end zone. And that's Cameron Barber for the Raiders with a huge 39-yard touchdown run. Cameron Barber takes it from the inside, cuts outside, and hits pay dirt for the 35-yard touchdown run. And just like that, Port Jervis is up over Washingtonville. Score right now, 13-0. Port Jervis looking to capitalize, either kick for 2 or run or throw for 1. Port Jervis in the huddle. Aiden, you're the kicker. You think they're going to kick it or they're going to go for the 1?
This formation, I believe they're going to do a run.
There you go. Going for the 1. McCormick split out with Barber to the left. Theodore in the shotgun. Single back in the backfield is Carol Deshawn next to him. Theodore takes the shotgun snap, fakes it, hands it off. The point after is good by Carol Deshawn. Dolshin, as I get his name wrong. And just like that, Port Jervis up 14-0. Aiden, what about that run by Barber?
Just right up the middle, got it done.
There you go. Port Jervis up 14-0 over Washingtonville in this D2 action. We're talking to Aiden Sotelo. He plays on the D3 Raiders. Game tonight in Otisville. Aiden, you ever play football under the lights before?
I played it once before, and it just seems like it's going to be a really fun time, and I wish good luck to the other team.
Well, that's very good. Sportsmanship is a very important thing. Now, playing under the lights, does it feel extra special, kind of like you're either on the varsity or maybe even like a pro football player?
Yeah, it feels like the rush and the intensity is so high, and it's just a great sport overall. and adding with that, it's just amazing.
How long you been playing football?
I've been playing all the way since Mighty Mites, which is about 7-8 years.
And there you go. Well, we saw the Mighty Mites today. Broken play here as Washingtonville wasn't set on the play, but the fullback dive nonetheless. A pick of about 5 on the play. Tackle made for Port Jervis. Tackle made at about the 40-yard line, and that tackle was made by Christopher Struble. 2nd down and 5 now for Washingtonville. All right, ball marked at the 40. Well, just shy of that. We'll call it the 39-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play. Aiden Sotelo, Tom Fagione with you here, calling all the action this afternoon. Port Jervis D2 Raiders. And I believe that is going to be the end of the first quarter. We're going to take a break right now. Port Jervis 14, Washingtonville 0. End of the first quarter. Pause for just a moment because we need a little break, and we'll be back in just a moment. All right, Port Jervis Youth Football, Mighty Mites, D1, D2 action all this afternoon here. Glad you all joining and listening in. We're having a lot of fun calling these games. Not only are we streaming this live, but we're making recordings, and we're glad to share these recordings with anyone, mom, dads, grandmas. The link will be made available at the end of the games, so you can go home tonight and listen to all this action as you're enjoying a Saturday afternoon and evening. Don't worry about college football and the heck with pro football. It's youth football. That's where it's at. Joining me, Aiden Sotelo right now. Aiden, man, what's the action like today? This has been pretty intense, huh?
Yeah, overall, Port has shown dominance here, but let's see if Washingtonville can do anything.
You got that right. It can change in a matter of moments here. It's Washingtonville 2nd down at their 39. Handoff to the big guy, stumbling, bumbling, rumbling upfield.
Looks like he made a first down.
Looks like that guy is a big dude. Carrying the ball that time, I think it was Michael Benzinger, number 19, if I can see correctly. Gets the ball up to the 46-yard line. So it brings up they're going to be a first down for Washingtonville. 1st and 10 at the Washingtonville. We're going to call it the 46-yard line. Full house backfield for Washingtonville. Deep set nonetheless. Port Jervis, aggressive defense ready to go. Handoff made to the dot, and look at that. It's the Port Jervis interior line just swallowing up the Washingtonville ball carrier. Look at who's coming up from the bottom. Maddox McCormick again. Dolshin again. And also on the play for the Raiders, Lewis Seward, number 23. Nice hit from him. Coming out on the field now is Kane Quimby, number 99 for the Raiders. He gets his shot on defense, as he is going to be one of the interior linemen. That interior of the line's been very strong, both sides of the ball this afternoon. 2nd and long now for Washingtonville. Again, that wishbone type offensive set. Handoff goes to the tailback, and McCormick meets him at the line of scrimmage, and also the aforementioned Xavier Mann with a nice arm wrap tackle. Washingtonville's Timmy Alexander on the carry. Was able to get a few, moves the ball up to about the 49-yard line, so we'll give him 3. So ball's at the 49-yard line. Aiden, the action's been pretty intense. I got to tell you one thing. Man, you said you played youth football. You played from Mighty Mites up. Each level that steps up gets more and more intense, and you can feel it here today, can't you?
Yeah, it's just a total rush. The intensity is so high up, and it's exciting to see this game.
All right. Third down now for Washingtonville. Handoff up the middle. Running back spins and breaks free and gets the first down and more for Washingtonville. Nice, nifty run on the play. That is a first down by Tyler Castro. 1st and 10.
First down.
Ball being moved into Port Jervis territory. Ball being marked officially at the Port 40-yard line. Pickup of 11. That was a nice run by Castro. Chains get moved on that. Second quarter action. Port Jervis up 14-0 over Washingtonville. D2 action here at Harriet Space Park. 1st and 10. Dive by Alexander for the Washingtonville, and a flag late on the play. Tackle made by R.J. Marchinson, number 22. He comes up limping on his left ankle a little bit, and he'll stay in there. Flag at the 35-yard line, and it was a face mask against Port Jervis. So that'll be that penalty will be assessed after the run. It's a 5-yard penalty. It should be an automatic first down. And it's going to be set up at, ball is at the 31-yard line. So it's going to be 4 and then 5 on the penalty. So first down at the Port Jervis officially marked 31-yard line. 5-yard penalty on that. Again, Port Jervis up 14-0. Washingtonville putting a little drive together here.
Number 79 for the Wizards.
And back in motion. Pitch now to the left by Washingtonville. Nice looking play, but what an advance made and a hit by Xavier Mann. Wow, Mann comes shooting out of the defensive backfield. Takes the big ball carrier for Washingtonville down for a no gain. Holy cow, that was a great play by Xavier Mann.
That was a good tackle around the outside. It came up, no gain, and moving on to second down.
That's a kind of play when the end, when you get a sweeping play like that, boy, there's a lot of green grass. A lot of things can happen. But Xavier Mann made the play. 2nd and 10 now for Washingtonville. This time the pitch goes to Castro, 24 to the left. And look at that defense. Oh, Anthony Theodore with a jumping tackle. Flag on the play. And I believe they're going to call Anthony Theodore with a horse collar tackle. And that is the case. As 11 was going to be taken down for a loss.
It's got a bit too high.
That's right. You got to grab them. You can't grab them from them shoulder pads. I mean, we've seen injuries from the NFL level down, and that is going to be a 15-yarder. So that's free yards for Washingtonville. You can't do that. And this, you got to learn at this level that's not, it's not an intentionally, you're not trying to hurt anybody. But you can't do that because you could hurt somebody. 1st and 10 now from the 15-yard line. Washingtonville now putting some action together here. Wishbone offense again. Washingtonville dive to the fullback, and he runs up the middle. Oh, big hit.
And he's brought down.
Close to the touchdown.
And that is, I believe it's Dominic Perrone, number 3. Can't really make out that number on his jersey. Boy, he's a big running back. And that's going to be a first down, 1st and goal, as Perrone gets the ball inside. We'll give him 10 on that. 1st and goal at the Port Jervis 5-yard line. Washingtonville trying to get on the board, trailing Port Jervis 14-0 right now, and they are knocking at the door at the Port Jervis 5. Handoff goes right back to number 3, up the middle, looking for 2, looking for 3, gets himself a couple, maybe 2 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd and goal now at the Port Jervis 3-yard line. Aiden, we've seen the Sport defense really shut Washingtonville down. But on this last series, Washingtonville has been playing some good football.
Yeah, they're changing up the plays, going around the outside, bring big hits through the inside.
Gage Smith now in a tackle on the outside of the left edge. Washingtonville not sure what they want to do here. Quarterback now takes the call, and he's going to call the snap. Hand broken play. He's going to keep it himself around the right end, and he is stopped by Barber and host of other Raiders, but not after getting a couple yards. And that is Cole Rossi for Washingtonville. Inches closer. We're going to give him. We'll give him one because he's in between the 1 and 2 yard line. 3rd and goal now from the Port 2 yard line, officially marked at the 2. Big play right now. 3rd and goal at the 2 yard line. Washingtonville trailing Port Jervis 14-0, but they want to put some crooked numbers on the scoreboard at the 2 yard line right now. Rossi calling the snap. Handoff goes to the big guy man at the line of scrimmage by Smith, Theodore, and company. And nothing happening there on the play as Port Jervis shuts down Washingtonville. Ball carrier for the Wizards was Aiden Sullivan. And I don't think he got much, if anything. He was stopped at the line of scrimmage. How about this, Aiden?
I think he lost a yard.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We'll give him a loss of 1. No, we're going to give him a loss of 2. 4th down at the Port 4 yard line. This defensive stand getting stronger and stronger. 4th down now for Washingtonville. Going to go for it here. And the handoff goes to Castro off left, cuts back inside. Is he in the end zone? He's short. Short of the end zone. Port's defense comes up big. Castro inches away from the end zone, but is stopped at the 1 yard line. And Port Jervis will get the ball back with a turnover on downs as Washingtonville just could not get in there. Nice drive by the Wizards, but Port Jervis held fast in the end. Aiden, boy, that's some gutsy plays there, huh?
Yeah, it got super close down to the wire and just didn't happen.
11-play drive for Washingtonville, and unfortunately for the Wizards, unable to get in the end zone. For Port Jervis now, they start with their backs against the wall. 1st down at their own 1 yard line.
Got to be careful at safety.
Well, I think with the offensive line that they have, they got Carreri breaking the huddle at center, and Theodore, and guys like Maddox McCormick in the backfield, and Carroll Deshawn. I think that they're going to move the ball. And Theodore takes his own, just trying to get a little breathing room, which is a smart play by the quarterback. We'll bring up a 2nd down now for Port. He got about 2 or 3 on the carry. Actually, we'll give him 3. So it's 2nd down and 7 for Port Jervis at their own 4 yard line. Port Jervis very methodical now. 2nd quarter action. They're up 14-0. They want to be smart with the clock. They want to be smart with the football as well. Anthony Theodore at the quarterback spot. Calls the signals, snaps, and he hands off to Deshawn. Deshawn goes off left, tries to cut back inside with a spin move, but he is met by Perone and company for Washingtonville. Very little gain on the play, maybe 1. So now 3rd down for Port Jervis at their 5 yard line. Can't see the clock, Aiden, but we know that 2nd quarter, we're deep into the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, it's starting to get kind of action-packed, and they got to do something.
Port Jervis' offensive line, 26, Alman. He's out there. He's hungry. He's ready. Smith, Carreri, Struble, as we have a whistle on the field. And it's going to be a timeout for Port Jervis. We're going to take a quick break right now as well. I've got to catch my breath. Aiden, tell us a little bit about some of the guys on your team. Give me some of the names.
We have Evan Dahlquist. He's one of our strong, dominant running backs. We'll see what he's going to get to do today. We have Ryan Ross. He plays both linebacker. He runs in with punts and stuff like that to get those touchdowns. And he's a really dominant running back. Also, I would also like to talk about Dylan Bessemer. He's had his last game, although we didn't win, he had a pretty good game. He ended up having to take the ball from the kickoff twice and did fairly well.
All right. Always good to hear about your teammates. And, that's what football is all about. It's about being part of the team, right?
Yeah.
Now, who's the head coach of your team?
Coach Ross.
Oh, yeah. We talked to him just a little while ago. He's not too far away right now, right?
Yeah, he's here videoing the game.
All right. So if you give out any of the game secrets or the playbook, he'll know all about it, won't he?
Yeah.
He's been coaching for quite a long time. I know he's always been involved with youth sports here in the community. And it's always great to have a guy like that. All right, here we go. Third down now for Port Jervis, deep in their own territory. Ball at their 5-yard line. Anthony Theodore at quarterback, calling the signals. He's got Deshaun and McCormick in the backfield. He's going to keep it himself on the student body right, and Washingtonville all over it and all over Theodore. He may have made the line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit more. But boy, Washingtonville defense stepping up on the play. We'll give him 1 on the carry. And just like this, 4th down for Port Jervis at their own 6-yard line.
They don't do something here, it's going to be really close for Washingtonville.
Well, I don't think they're going to go for it on 4th and long, deep in their own territory. So Port's going to punt the ball away. Washingtonville will get the ball in very, very good field condition, no doubt about it.
Let's see what Port can do here.
Want to give a shout out to my buddy Justin. He doesn't play here in Port Jervis. He plays over in PAYL, the Pike County Athletic Youth League. I think it's called PayAl. And he's playing today for the Ravens. Okay, punt kick now for Port Jervis. And it's Carol Deshaun with the kick. Free kick. Nice bounce and a nice roll. No return for Washingtonville. And the ball's going to be marked at the Port 35-yard line. So nice field position for Washingtonville. As they get the ball 1st and 10 at the Port Jervis 35-yard line. However, Washingtonville trails 14-0 in this game. As Port Jervis early, their offense looked so strong and so dynamic. Just in the second quarter, Washingtonville has really amped up their game. Their defense is getting stronger and stronger as the game has presented itself. But the matchup so far this afternoon has been the Washingtonville offense and this Port Jervis defense. Toe-to-toe, head-to-head, lots of big hits, lots of big plays.
Let's see what the Washingtonville Wizards can do on this drive with fairly good field position.
You got that right. 1st and 10 for Washingtonville at the Port Jervis 35-yard line. And they got to bring in a new football. Umbrellas up across the viewing stands as light rain falling, 64 degrees right now. And we're going to get an official clock time right now. Dave Stosky, referee, says 2:58 remaining in the first half. He asks that the clock keeper adjust the clock. I got to tell you, we all pitch in here. Bryce Sotelo, league president, he is also running the clock. 2:58 remaining here in the first half. 1st and 10, Washingtonville at the Port Jervis 35. The dive goes to the fullback. Port Jervis's defense kind of losing its momentum right up the middle. As Perrone able to get about 5 on that play. In fact, he does get 5. 2nd down now for Washingtonville at the Port Jervis 30-yard line. Yeah, Port Jervis defense came up big on that on the goal line stand, but seems to be giving up some of these little 5-yard runs a little more often than I'm sure the coach would like.
Yeah, if they want to do something, they got to step it up right now.
Number 79, Rossi, the quarterback for Washingtonville. He's calling the signals. That wishbone backfield. Hands off to Castro, 24. He loves the outside, and there he goes to the outside, but it's Struble on pursuit with the tackle. Great play made on the outside as Castro comes up, and he is down on the sidelines holding his left leg. We're going to pause for the injury on the field right now as Castro taken out of bounds. Looks like he's looking at his left leg. We're going to pause for just a moment here for the injury on the field. Port Jervis Youth Football League. Home opener here being broadcast. Tom Fagione along with Aiden Sotelo. Right now we have Tyler Castro, running back for Washingtonville. He's being assisted to the sidelines, suffered what appears to be a left knee injury, but he's kind of walking off on his own power. This kid is a very good runner, loves the outside, loves to cut that edge, but favoring his left leg, and he definitely is in a bit of uncomfortability right now. But a nice running back. This kid's got a fine future on the ball field. Let's just hope that he just tweaked it a little bit. And there you can see, as we can see here, he is walking off with the assistance of the coach, but putting weight on that leg. So that's a very good sign. And he's been a strong runner this afternoon for Washingtonville. Action returns to the field, third and short now from the Port. We'll call it the 27-yard line. So Castro got 3 on the play. This time the ball carrier is Alexander, and oh, what a play made on the open field tackle. That play being made by Xavier Mann.
Stuffed for a loss.
Absolutely. 3-yard loss on the play, and it brings up a 4th down. So for Washingtonville, 4th down at the Port Jervis 30-yard line. Big play by Xavier Mann. That Port Jervis defense stepping up big when it has to. Out there on the field as well is several players of note, including Devontae Griffin, who I thought was number 36. No, he's number 45. He's been out there making some big hits as well. 4th down now. Washingtonville going to go for it here. 4th and 5. As the handoff goes to the big guy. And the big guy is met at the line of scrimmage, bounces back, but Port Jervis's defense swarms all over the place.
Looks like a turnover.
And that was
down.
Benzinger again on the carry. Ball's going to be marked very close to the 1st down. We're going to have to see if the chains are going to come out. Oh, they might need to bring the chains out. And they're going to say nope. And Benzinger just short. So they're going to turn it over on downs as Port Jervis now going to get the ball back. Washingtonville, I think, wanted to get a measure on that. And they haven't moved the chains yet. Yes, they have. So 1st and 10 for Port Jervis at the room. We're going to call it we have to call it the 26-yard line. 1st and 10, Port Jervis, 26-yard line. Port Jervis ahead 14-0 over Washingtonville Gold. We call them Gold because they have 2 teams. And this is the D2 Gold. They have another D2 team. I guess they would call them the Blue, right?
Yeah.
Port Jervis ahead 14-0. Anthony Theodore leading the charge at quarterback. He'll line up on the center. This time he'll line up in the shotgun. Shotgun formation for Port Jervis. Theodore takes the handoff, and he hands it off to Dolshin. Carol Dolshin with a stiff arm. Boom, knocks over a defensive back, and he gets to the outside, gets more, cuts upfield. He is wide open, pushed out of bounds as when he gets into Washingtonville territory. What a run by number 82 for Port Jervis. Of course, Carol Dolshin.
That big stiff arm just shut him down.
That big stiff arm knocked down the defensive, I think it was the end or maybe the linebacker who came up there, and Dolshin was able to get into Washingtonville territory. 1st and 10 at the Washingtonville 39-yard line.
Folks, just a reminder, we're running an unofficial clock. Just doing it as a courtesy.
1st and 10 now. Port Jervis looking strong offensively. Raiders clad in their black helmets with red and black jerseys. Snap is a shotgun snap. Goes to McCormick. He cuts it inside.
Brought down by number 18 of the
I like McCormick. Number 0. Number 0 in football. I don't think you can wear that in the pros or college. I don't think so. But McCormick gets about 4 on the carry, 3 on the carry. Ball's at the 36-yard line. Timeout by Port Jervis. 2nd quarter action here. Coming up at halftime, the cheerleaders from D2, and we're going to mention them by name, they have a routine planned to entertain the crowd here, and we will talk about them as well as talk about some of the highlights of the first half of this D2 game. Port Jervis up 14-0 over Washingtonville. It's a game 2 for the season for them, but their first home opener.
Overall, good hits by Port Jervis and Washingtonville. This is a good quarter, half, and we'll see how this goes.
No doubt about it. The teams have been matching up well. I mean, when Washingtonville has the ball on offense, they were stymied early on, but then later especially in the second, the end of the first quarter into the start of the second quarter, Washingtonville put some plays together. They pinned Port Jervis's defense all the way back, but Port Jervis came up big with a goal line stand, and now it's Raider ball on the Washingtonville 39. Port Jervis up 14-0. We've been definitely entertained today, not only by this game, but by so many of the other games. We started things off with opening ceremonies at 9 a.m. That was a lot of fun. It was great to honor all of the young kids, both cheerleaders and football players. Then it was the Mighty Mites taking the field for a lot of fun. Port Jervis hosting Washingtonville. After that, the D1 game. It was all Washingtonville as they beat up on the D1 Port Jervis Raiders. And now it's D2, Port Jervis and Washingtonville. So both teams, from both communities, one single road trip. Second down now. Theodore looks to pass. He's flushed out to the right side, still looking downfield. Squares up to throw and chucks it downfield. Short of McCormick. As Theodore took a hit at the end, too. Oh, boy. I'll bring up a third down now for Port Jervis at the Washingtonville 36-yard line. Boy, how about that throw by Theodore, huh?
Yeah, if he had more time, he might have been able to get that off. But overall, good play by Washingtonville. We'll see what he can do here.
How about this one on the sidelines? Timmy Alexander for Washingtonville. He is taking a break on the bench. He's a hard hitter on both sides of the ball. And ball carrier and beat defensive player. Him and Castro on the bench here for Washingtonville. Castro still favoring that left knee. Let's just hope it's a bruise. He is a fine-looking young football player, but he is definitely very squeamish on that left leg. Third down now for Port Jervis at the Washingtonville 36-yard line. Port Jervis now empties the backfield. Theodore says, wait a minute, Dolshin. Don't go too far away. I might need a block. So it's Theodore himself at the quarterback shotgun position. Takes the snap, fakes the pass. He's going to keep it himself. Cuts upfield. Gets past the line of scrimmage. Big stiff arm. Down to the 30. Down to the 20. And he is up the sideline and into the end zone. No flags on the field. It is Anthony Theodore in for 36. Big touchdown run for the Raider quarterback. And they move their lead to 20-0.
Overall, good job by Port. And let's see if Washingtonville can just try to keep their own for the rest of this quarter. And maybe we might see Castro come in the second half of the game.
He's got his helmet on. He's definitely on the sidelines. That poor young man is definitely hurting. I feel bad for him because he is a strong football player. It's a tough break for that kid. So back to the field right now. It's Anthony Theodore slowly to the huddle as he's bringing out the play. Port going to opt for the 1-point conversion. 1 point for the run, 1 point for the throw. It's 2 points if you opt to kick it in. Port Jervis wants to get that lead up to 21-0. Currently 20-0. Dolson in the backfield by himself. Theodore looks to pass. It's a pop pass, and it is complete for the conversion pass. And that is from Theodore. Who did that pass go to? Theodore to Kevin Mesnick Jr. for the conversion. And at half, it's Port Jervis 21, Washingtonville nothing. We're going to take a break right now. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about the cheerleaders as they get set for their halftime show. And we'll recap a little bit of the first half. Right now it is Port Jervis over Washingtonville, 21-0 in this D2 matchup here at home opener for the Port Jervis Youth Football League. You're listening to Tom Fagione here online. You can check us out on Facebook, Tom Fagione, YouTube, Tom Fagione, or always give us a buzz, 858, check that, 845-551-5784, 845-551-5784.
Stand by here.
All right, back to the action here at Harriet Space Park in beautiful Huguenot. Yeah, that's right, Huguenot in the town of Deer Park. And absolutely field of dreams right here in front of us, this beautiful football complex. It gets better as the years go along. What started as just a big old field has been developed into a world-class sporting complex here. Cheerleaders right now performing, the away cheerleaders from Washingtonville performing their halftime show. We just were entertained by the Port Jervis D2 girls cheerleading squad as they participated in their halftime show. And we want to thank the D2 cheerleaders for their performance. And those cheerleaders are coached by Kayla Light. She's the head coach. And she has 3 assistant coaches, Rachel Rivera, Deanne Dunning, and Heather McDougall. Boy, how about this roster of cheerleaders? Carly Acavito, Kaylin Bessemer, Allison Carmen, Grace Sorelli, Cameron Dane, Jocelyn Decker, Sarah Donahue, Kenna Dunning, Ashley Emerson, Alyssa Flores, Cameron Light, Kayla McDougall. Oh boy, here's the one. Come on now. She's the best. She sang the national anthem. Beautiful job. Taylor. Oh, come on. How do we pronounce her name? Come on, Aiden. You got it.
Mieskooch?
Mieskooch.
Okay, I got close.
Mieskooch. Taylor Mieskooch. Keaton Muller. Brielle Renee. We know Brielle. She was here as our special cheerleading spotlight in the last game. And she was talking about the performance. I hope they did the star cheer because she said that was the toughest one. She did a great job talking to us. Charlotte Rivera, Megan Ross. How about this girl, Emerson Sotelo? Do you know her?
Yeah.
Is that your sister?
Yeah.
Is your microphone on? Let's make sure that mic's on. Oh, I got to turn you up a little bit there. There we go. Get you turned up a little bit. Technical difficulties there. Emerson Sotelo, and last but not least, Abigail Van Orden. All of those young ladies make up the D2 cheerleading squad. They put on their performance just moments ago as the hometown fans were entertained. And after that, it was a chance for the D2 girls cheerleaders from Washingtonville to entertain their families. And that's what's so great about youth sports is not just the boys on the field, but it's also the cheerleaders that are there. And it's always a lot of fun. Aiden Sotelo joins me. He's been here all D2 game. Aiden, man, this is your first time prime time. I mean, you're probably at home. What do you guys do? YouTube, lip sync? I don't know. What are these? You on FaceTime? What is it called?
Probably for me, the main thing I probably do is sometimes go on Instagram and post, but
Instagram. My older brother always talks about it. I think he takes all of them together. He calls it Face Chat, Insta, something. I don't know. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, all that social media. So Instagram. Maybe we have to get an Instagram for our little broadcast. What do you think?
that might work.
Might work. I don't believe in mights. I want it to work. So we're going to work on that. How's that sound? But what we are doing right now, we are doing this. We're live right now on YouTube. We are live on the internet, and we are also making a pristine recording of this. Aiden, you can listen to this forever. If you get tired at night and you want to go to sleep, you can just turn it on. Hear yourself talk. You'll be out. But you having some fun today?
Yeah.
Beautiful day here with this press box. It's the brand new press box that's just been opened this year. And so many people made this happen. In fact, we want to thank those people who brought this together and made it a reality. Without the efforts of so many people, this press box would not be what it is, and it truly is beautiful. It's spacious. It feels like a clubhouse up here where we can sit and be comfortable, and we can bring you all of this great entertainment. And I think I have my list, and there they are, of all the people we want to thank to make this press box a great success. And they include, of course, Construction Contractors Association, and that's Charlotte Van Horn. We want to thank her for many reasons. We're going to talk about her in a moment. Copper Works, O&D Electric, Petro Mechanics, M&M Seamless Gutters, Cole Brothers Paving, Precision Pipeline, and Tri-State Drywall and Acoustical. Charlotte and Clint Van Horn. Let me tell you about Charlotte and Clint Van Horn. Without them and their generous donation, we would be I'd be holding an umbrella right now, Aiden. We would be out there in the elements. They made this reality, this whole second floor of this press box. Without them, it would not have happened. So many other people we want to thank, and I'm going to read them off right now. Fred DeGroat, Mark Muller, Randy Ross, Neil Lisberg, Jamie Brace, Dennis Fountain, Chad Cole, Richard Cole, Frank Theodore, Dave Rivera, Junior Patterson, Marty Moore, Taylor Warren, Red Hassan, Harley Gans, Hector Figueroa, John Storms, Tim Shearer, Lou Franks, Josh Potter, of course, the town of Deer Park and their highway department, Bryce Sotelo, so many others, and an extra special thank you to Travis Marchison. Travis is a sergeant in the U.S. Army, a combat veteran, and we want to thank him for donating his time and the 100% of the electrical work done in this press box he did, and it's absolutely fantastic. It really is so special to have these guys help out and to make this happen. You know, today, and I mentioned it in the opening ceremonies today, today is a very special day for all of these young people and their families, and none of this would be possible unless the community came together in the way that they did. What started out, as I said, an old field, got cut down into a football field, and from the football field, the concession stand was built with the nice bathrooms, and from there, we now have this press box. In the future, we have some state-of-the-art playground equipment coming and even more fields and opportunities out here. So the town of Deer Park really setting the bar high for a great field, a true field of dreams, because this was once a cornfield. And now it is a beautiful football complex. As things are getting set here, the Washingtonville Wizards coming out of their proverbial locker room as they were all huddled together, working on their halftime adjustments. The one thing I do notice about them, not only are they a team in uniform, they almost all have the same type of water bottle. And they're not water bottles, big jugs on the bench right now. And we're taking a look down here and seeing some of the players. I recognize some of those names down there. I believe Scott Bonasek's son is number 13, and he's there on the sidelines. Getting taped up on the sidelines right now is Timmy Alexander. He's number 11. Looks like he's getting his left hand looked at. The big question for Washingtonville as they break the huddle is the return of Tyler Castro. Is he back or not? Number 24 for the Washingtonville Wizards. He suffered a left knee injury in the second quarter of the game, and I don't see him out there right yet, but I don't see the whole team out there yet. So let's hope that he can return and get back on the field. Nice young football player. Looks like a very bright future ahead for him.
Coming close to the start of the second half, let's see what both teams have for us.
Indeed, that is the case as we are getting set for football action here. The second half about to begin. Port Jervis up 21-0. And Port Jervis started off the game with the ball so that Washingtonville will get things started in the second half. And we're still waiting for the Raiders. They are lined up in the end zone. They're still figuring out what they want to do. And I tell you what, sometimes in a situation like this, when you're up 21-0, the last thing you want is halftime. Sometimes halftime lowers your momentum, slows you down a little bit. So for the Raiders, referee blows the whistle and says, guys, we need to get you out here. And they're coming. And how about this? Here's some good news for you Washingtonville fans. Tyler Castro, number 24, helmet on, getting in the huddle with his teammates. And that is a great sign. You know, this is youth sports. Of course, everybody wants to win. But you know what? We more importantly want kids to go out and have a good time and play. Raiders now making their way onto Harriet Space Park, onto the football field. And Washingtonville getting things ready here. They're ready to go. They're like, hey, let's go. Let's get this game on. Port Jervis coming out slowly but surely. All right, the Raiders. Remember, Aiden, Port Jervis started off this game with the ball, so it'll be Washingtonville that'll get the ball. It'll be 1st and 10 for Washingtonville.
And let's see what Washingtonville has for us. They haven't been too prominent in the beginning, but they also kind of lost two of their star players, 11 and 24.
Well, we see Castro, number 24, stretching out his legs. He looks like he's ready to return. And that's a good sign for Washingtonville. You mentioned it, Aiden. He is one of their premier players. And anytime you get a premier player who's tweaked or injured, you want to make sure that they're good to go before they get going. Ball's marked at the 50-yard line right now. Port Jervis coming out. Washingtonville as well. That's going to be 1st and 10. Washingtonville at the 50-yard line. Port Jervis ahead 21-0 in this D2 game.
All right, folks, it's going to be the start of the third quarter. Wizards will be taking over on offense. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line for the Wizards.
And there you heard it, PA announcement from League President Bryce Sotelo. 1st and 10, Washingtonville at the midfield line. Port Jervis ahead 21-0. Washingtonville in that wishbone offense. Handoff goes to the tailback, and he is met by Maddox McCormick at the line of scrimmage. And nothing going on there. Tackle on the play made by McCormick along with Cohen McGill. 2nd and 10 at the halfway mark. Maybe move the ball up a foot or two, but not much other than that.
We bring up 2nd and 10 for the Wizards. 2nd and 10.
Breaking the huddle and in the lineup for Port Jervis. Their usual cast of characters, all hungry and ready to get going. Maddox McCormick patrolling from that linebacker position. He slashes in, and he is in on the play, but a reverse made on the play. Big run by Washingtonville. Heavy yards. As there's lots of excitement on the field. Big run from Washingtonville. Ball carrier, Aiden Sullivan.
A Wizard first down for
the big first down for Aiden as he moves the ball inside Port Jervis territory. Washingtonville coach is very animated. They are very animated and excited. 1st and 10 for Washingtonville at the Port Jervis. We're going to call it the 33-yard line. And we got Washingtonville coaches very excited right now on the field. Remember, they're just kids out there, Coach. And that was number 18 on the carry.
That tackle seemed a bit high in there. Coaches are not letting go of it.
Well, nonetheless, we're going to concentrate on the kids on the field as this is a kids game. Washingtonville, their coach is on the side. He's upset, but the players broke the huddle. They're ready to go. Well, they're going to get called back into the huddle as Port Jervis' defense right now, they are ready to go. Referee Red Hosan going to officiate over top of the field. 1st and 10 for Washingtonville. Port Jervis up 21-0.
1st and 10 for the Wizards.
Again, in that wishbone setup.
You got that. But, boy, they don't use the wishbone like an old-school wishbone with a triple option. It's more just a setup for blocking. And that's worked on that last play. Let's see if it goes again. There you go. Castro with the carry. Cuts back. Looks like that knee is not bothering him as Port Jervis' defense swarms around him, but not after Castro picks up about 6 on the play. So 2nd down now for Washingtonville. Ball going to be marked at the 25-yard line. We'll give him 7.5. We got to give him 8. So a big run by Castro out of the backfield. All right, Port Jervis' defense at the line. Washingtonville replies the same with their offense. Handoff this time again. Hands off to Sullivan, 18. Boy, and he is smothered at the line of scrimmage by Maddox McCormick. McCormick gets up, pats him on the helmet, and says, "Nice run, but I got you, big guy." And a nice tackle on the play. No gain on the play. Brings up a 3rd down now. Ball at the 25-yard line. 3rd quarter action. Port Jervis ahead 21-0 over Washingtonville Gold. D2 action here with football all day today. Lots of fun. Do you like youth sports? We're having a lot of fun today. Rossi now at quarterback for Washingtonville. He's calling the signals, takes the snap, hands it off, hands off to the fullback, and it's Barber and company, and Dolshin at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard or 2 on the play, as it was Perone with the carry. Yep, they'll give him 2.
Gonna bring up
Fourth down now
Wizards, folks.
at the 23. Wow, maybe real short. Well, maybe they're going to measure it. Are they going to measure it? Nope, they're going to say it's a first down. Wow.
And it's a Wizards first down.
Very healthy mark. So 1st and 10, 23-yard line, Washingtonville. They got to get in the end zone, Aiden, don't they?
Yeah, they're in Raiders territory, close to that touchdown.
Remember,
Maybe
last
they can
time
make
they
it.
were close, Porcher shut the door down on the goal line stand. Rossi calls the signals, tries to draw the defense off sides. Handoff to Perone again, and Perone is met at the line of scrimmage by Barber. And I got to tell you, this poor defense, when they get pushed around a little bit, they responded kind, and Barber with a nice tackle on the play. Give Perone a pickup of 1. 2nd down
2nd and 9 for the Wizards.
at the 22-yard line. Rossi to the sidelines as a quarterback to get the signals. He's got one of those wristbands, Aiden. I never played football in the day when they had those wristbands, but if I did, and I was the linebacker, I'd want to rip that off the quarterback's arm and find out what's on there. You ever try that, Aiden?
I've seen some of my teammates use them. Like, I'm pretty sure quarterbacks mainly and linebackers on the defensive side.
Rossi's got it on his left arm, takes it and hands it off to Castro. Castro's got some open field space on the outside, and he is met by 3 Raiders. McCormick coming up from the bottom is McCormick, and Castro a little bit slow getting up, assisting on that tackle for the Raiders. So we got an official timeout on the field. Assisting on that tackle was Cody Kinney. And I think it might be Castro again who is taking a knee. Yeah, it is Castro for Washingtonville on a knee. This guy's a tough kid, and he has been taking his lumps today. He's coming off to the sidelines. Oh, I feel bad for that young guy. What, quite a ferocious competitor. And he's going to come to the bench right now. He took a big hit at the end of that one, Aiden.
Yeah, it seems like on that play, the 3 Raiders, I think 2 went low and 1 ended up landing on him.
Seemed that way. Looks like he's kind of holding his head.
Punch in Tomcat Jones. The game will be broadcast live on YouTube. You can download the game later.
All right, here we go. Game set now is 3rd down at the 22. Well, check that. 3rd down at the 24-yard line. Big 3rd down for Washingtonville. Rossi snaps the ball, pitches it. Gonna go halfback option pass, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by poor Jervis. Oh, big interception made. That interception was made. Was that Anthony Theodore? I don't know. I thought it was. I saw number 9 for Port Jervis. Come on now. I don't see a number 9 on the roster, you guys. But nonetheless, interception for Port Jervis.
Number 9, Fox on the interception.
Dylan Fox.
Dylan Fox.
Dylan Fox on the interception. Folks.
Dylan Fox with the interception. And it's going to be Port Jervis football. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Ball being spotted at their own 20-yard line. And you talk about an opportunity right there. That halfback option pass. I love the play call from Washingtonville. Very gutsy play call. But it was Dylan Fox for Port Jervis who was on the spot, and he brings down the interception and makes the play. Big play. Now it's 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 20-yard line. Remember, the Raiders are up 21-0 right now. Washingtonville was really itching at trying to get in the end zone, and that interception shuts the door.
Number 9, Fox under center for the Raiders.
And Fox gets the call at quarterback. He's going to hand off the ball.
Around the outside, he's got some room to run. He cuts back.
Nice run for Port Jervis. That run this time was Christopher Struble, number 12. Struble's a little slow to get up. He's playing both sides of the ball. We got official timeout on the field.
Official timeout on the field.
This is all about player safety. If a player comes up, feels a little woozy, they're going to call a whistle and have the coaching staff come out, and that's the case right now. I think Struble might have been banged up a little bit on that play. And that is the case. Coach coming out to check on his player. Teams are going to huddle up. Mathis and Corby and Mann, McGill, Quimby, Griffith. Yeah, it is Struble who's coming to the sidelines. He looks like he's all right. Might have just got winded a little bit. And he'll be spelled on the play. Coming in for Port Jervis right now to replace Struble is R.J. Marchinson. So Marchinson in on the play right now for the Raiders. It is second down at the 28-yard line. And Devontae Griffith at the center spot. And it's Fox at the quarterback. And in the backfield, Lewis Seward. Fox calls the signals. He's takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. It's a broken play. I think he's going to keep it himself. And the handoff is made. And that play was carried by.
Carried by. Looks like the quarterback because a bit of a banged up play. They're lucky they gained yards on that.
All right. Down. We'll give Fox the carry on the play. 1st and 10 for Port Jervis at the 30-yard line. Again, Port Jervis up 21-0. Third quarter action here as the Raiders ahead of the Washingtonville Wizards. It's the home opener for Port Jervis Youth Football League. Dylan Fox at quarterback. He's got double tight, split backs in the backfield. He calls the snap. Handoff's made inside. It's
number 23.
Ooh, stuffed at the.
Yeah, how about that? And that's Seward with a small gain, maybe a line of scrimmage. Maybe. Nope, actually, they're going to give him a loss on the play, moving the ball back to the 28-yard line. Loss at 2 on the play. So second down for Port Jervis at their own 28-yard line. Offense seems to be stalled just a little bit. What'd you think, Aiden?
Yeah, it's like first 2 quarters, they were doing great. They seem to be slowing down a bit now.
Well, left tackle for the Raiders, Kane Quinby. He's ready to go. Got his glove on his left hand, ready to make something happen. Fox takes the snap. He hands it off in the backfield. And that is Struble. Struble returns to action. And that Washington defense all over Struble as he takes a loss on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long now for Port Jervis. Ball being marked at their own 25-yard line. Loss of 3 on the play.
You got a long way to go for that first down.
Port takes their time in the huddle here. Third quarter action. And it is Fox at quarterback. He breaks the huddle. Likes that center snap at the line of scrimmage. No shotgun for him. And he's got Struble and Seward in the backfield. Surveys the defense. Takes his time. Calls the signal and asks for the snap. He's going to keep it himself. It's an end around the right side. He's got some green grass in front of him. Oh, puts his head down. Maybe gets back to the 30-yard. Maybe comes back to the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down. The ball going to be marked at the 31-yard line. 4th down for Port Jervis. Both teams pretty intense right now. Port Jervis ahead 21-0. Doesn't matter the score. It matters the intensity on the field. Port Jervis seems to be a little bit confused out here is what they're going to do. Struble's looking to drop back, maybe to punt. Nope, he's not going to punt. Punt's going to be made by Chris Delvaney. He's lined up back there by himself. Single back there. Yep, split backs in the backfield, and Delvaney's going to punt the ball. It's a free kick at D2 level.
Number 30, Delvaney back to punt.
The punt is high. Flying punt. Everyone gets away from it, and it gets a Port Jervis bounce.
Number 87.
No return.
There for the Raiders to down the ball.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Washingtonville. at the Port Jervis 47-yard line. Port Jervis ahead 21-0 D2 action. We've had quite a day here today, Aiden, haven't we? 3 football games, opening ceremonies, hot dogs, hamburgers. What other treats are over in that concession stand?
It's just so many snacks, and if you seem to get hungry during our amazing games that have been happening today, just head over there.
There you go. I love it. And all of that proceeds go to help support the Youth Football League here. We've had a lot of fun today talking youth football, youth cheerleading, and enjoying our beautiful community here. All right, 1st and 10 for Washingtonville. They trail Port Jervis 21-0 here. Third quarter action as D2 Raiders hosting the D2 Washingtonville Gold. They played the Washingtonville Blue last week. Washingtonville very fortunate to have enough kids to play 2 teams in division. Aiden, you're playing Washingtonville tonight. They have 1 or 2 teams.
I'm pretty sure they might have won.
Okay. Rossi back at quarterback for Washingtonville. He hands off the ball. Oh, and then Peronis tackled right in the backfield, and it's Barber for the Raiders on the play. Nice tackle made in the backfield for the Raiders. Again, tackle made by Cameron Barber. Little or no gain for Washingtonville. 2nd down now. Ball marked at the Port 47-yard line. This Port defense, they've bent a little bit, but boy, they really amp things up when necessary. Washingtonville not able to get in the end zone at all.
2nd and 10.
Handoff goes to the big guy on the outside, and that's Bonasac, number 13, and he just can't make the edge, maybe a yard or 2, before Struble takes him down for the tackle. Struble stepped up. That's Tyler Bonasac for Washingtonville. Picks up 1 on the play. 3rd down now at the Port 46-yard line. That was a nice tackle. Good angle of pursuit by Christopher Struble. He's 11 years old, and he made a nice play. That kid's got a bright football future ahead of him, Christopher Struble. 3rd down now for Washingtonville. Rossi puts Bonasac in motion now. 2 backs in the backfield. Takes the snap. It's going to be a pitch to Sullivan. And how about that move by? What a move in the backfield by, I believe it was Sullivan, as Port Jervis had them there. Maddox McCormick had the back of the backfield, but Washingtonville was able to move the ball up to the Port Jervis 45-yard line. So it's 4th down now at the Port 45. Washingtonville got to figure out what they want to do. I think they're going to go for it here. Aiden, what do you think?
Yeah, I think they might try to go for that long play and just keep the ball on their side.
Well, you're down 21-0. You know, you can punt the ball away, but that's not going to help you. So you got to keep the ball in your hands. 4th down it is. Rossi, the quarterback. 2 backs in the backfield. Bonasac in motion. And he's going to pitch it. The pitch goes to Sullivan. Bad pitch, and he is met in the backfield, but he slips off some blocks, and he's almost down, and it is all Port Jervis defense now as they swarm around him, and Sullivan unable to move the ball forward. It's going to be a turnover on downs, and Port Jervis going to get the ball back. A loss of 2 on the play. So Port's going to get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Port Jervis up 21-0. It's got to be late in the 3rd quarter, Aiden.
Yeah, looks like it might be about to start 4th in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, very close to the end of the 3rd quarter here as both teams exchanging possession but not able to put anything in the end zone on the last 2 series. 1st and 10 now for Port Jervis at their own 47-yard line.
Shuffling around players. Let's see what they're going to come out with this.
All right, some substitutions now. In and out. Port Jervis in a tight huddle. D2, no coach on the field during the play. Dylan Fox at quarterback. And he's got 4 guys in the backfield. So many in the backfield that coach is going to call timeout. We're going to take a quick timeout right here. We'll be back in just a second as Port Jervis over Washingtonville 21-0 here in D2 action. Port Jervis youth football action back at Harriet Space Park. Tom Fagione joined here with a very famous, world famous color commentator, Aiden Sotelo. Aiden, thanks for joining me today.
You're no problem.
You're no problem. I like that. 1st and 10, Port Jervis at their own 47-yard line. And Port breaks the timeout to go off sides. Probably something they didn't want to do. So, well, illegal motion, whatever you want to call it. It's a 5-yard penalty against Port Jervis.
15 for the Raiders.
Move it back 5 to their 42-yard line.
1st and 15.
That's right. Port Jervis up 21-0 here. Late. Did I mention it's late? Late in the third quarter. It's tough for us to see the clock here, but the clock is officially being kept on the field, and that's okay. We're just having fun talking football. Port Jervis Raiders with the ball right now. 1st and 15. Dead T formation for the Raiders. That is 3 backs aligned in the backfield. Check that. That's the quarterback. He's going for the shot. Nope, quarterback's there. And that's Fox. He's going to hand off to Struble. Struble cuts off the tackle, spins at the line of scrimmage, cuts back, and is met by a host of Wizards. Able to get a couple on the play, maybe 5.
2nd and 11 for the Raiders.
Struble on the carry. He's been showing off his talents with the ball. 2nd down, or call it 11. At the Port, very, very, very long 46-yard line. Raiders new uniforms this year. The sides of their offensive jersey, the sides of their jerseys striped in a black and white camo. Boy, look at that heavy rush from Washingtonville. It was everybody in the kitchen sink and everybody. Nothing can happen there. As couldn't do anything on that play for Port Jervis. Loss on the play brings up a 3rd down now. I'm sorry. Yep, 3rd down. And that was Xavier Mann on the loss of the play. Ball marked at the 42-yard line. So we're going to lose 4 on that play. Port Jervis going the wrong direction right now. They look to change that. And that's going to be it. The end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. Raiders are leading 21-0 over the Wizards.
All right, Port Jervis ahead 21-0. Aiden, what's your plan? You got a game tonight. Now, you going to eat a light dinner? What are you going to do?
I'm probably going to try to stick with a much lighter meal than I normally eat. But overall, I think I might try to just
not eat too much, right? You don't want to have 3 slices of pizza in your belly when you're playing football.
Nah, that'll weigh you down.
Well, there could be another way it comes out, too, and we don't want to talk about that, do we?
Nope.
So you're playing up in Otisville under the lights tonight. It's got to be pretty excited. How was practice this week? During the middle of the week, it was pretty hot. How'd you deal with that?
We ended up having to lose one practice this week, but instead of just trying to scrap the practice on the other day, we ended up just doing in our pads and stuff like that without a helmet, and just walking and doing plays to try to update our playbook.
And you have quite a few plays in that playbook, I bet.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Coach. We're not going to give out any secrets, but it's good to know that you guys were able to still do the walkthroughs. That's important, and kind of get your timing down a little bit. And even if you're not in full equipment, but boy, it was hot this week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was insane.
So what grade are you in school?
I'm in 8th grade.
8th grade, last year of the middle school. What are you thinking? How were your first couple of days of classes?
They were great. I already have grown a good relationship with the teachers, and I can't wait for this year.
That's so important. Excited. Your first full week of school coming up this week, and hopefully you'll be able to talk about a big victory tonight in your D3 game. All right, game reset right now for the Raiders. 3rd down at their own 42-yard line. Port Jervis up 21-0 over Washingtonville. Dylan Fox at quarterback for the Raiders. Dead T in the backfield. 3 backs lined in parallel. Handoff goes to Struble. And I got to tell you, he is a good runner, but Washingtonville all over him in the backfield. Struble very lucky to make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up a 4th down, maybe a pickup of 1 on the play. We'll give him 2. So 4th down for Port Jervis, and I'm going to give them 1. 4th down at the Port 43-yard line. Free kick opportunity. I think Port should take advantage of this now and punt the ball away. And the last punt was Chris Delvaney. And Chris Delvaney is out there again as he is ready to free kick the ball away. And he will. He gets a free kick at the whistle. Another high kick, this time the roll. Hope it'll go Port, and it does. It bounces Port Jervis's way into Washingtonville territory. Ball rolls dead, no return.
Around the 41.
And there you have it. Washingtonville will start things off. Their first series in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Washingtonville in that 3rd quarter had some opportunities offensively. Just couldn't get close enough to the end zone. Look to see now in the 4th quarter if they pull out all the stops as they are trailing Port Jervis 21-0. Early on, it looked like Port was really going to pull ahead, and it was going to be not much of a game. But since then, both teams have kind of settled into a bit of a rhythm or lack of rhythm, as Port Jervis has not really put the hammer down on Washingtonville. Looked like early on they sure were, though.
Washingtonville timeout.
We got an official timeout on the field. Washingtonville is going to burn a timeout, as coach wants to make sure he's got everybody out there that he wants in the right alignments and in situations. Good thing about a team that takes a timeout, Aiden, is that if you're the other team, you get a timeout too. And so Port will take full advantage of this, maybe make a couple of substitutional changes, and just give their defense another chance to talk to the coach and to get sure that they know what they want to do. Out there for Port Jervis right now, some of the key players include number 80, Cody Kinney, along with Owen Carreri, number 8. Also out on the field is Giles Croce, number 50. And we've called those guys' names. Gage Smith, number 13, playing that right defensive end position. He's made some big hits this afternoon, no doubt about it. Also, Owen Carreri had some big hits defensively. And, of course, look who's in the middle there, and that's Carol Dolshin, number 82. That guy's tough. He told me before the game, though, he goes, "Man, you're mispronouncing my name." I said, "Listen, my name's Fagione. You can imagine what's happened in my life, so I'll try my best." And we laughed. But we're having fun talking football, and that's all that matters. Here's the game for you. 1st and 10, Washingtonville at their own 41-yard line.
Takes over on down.
Dominic Perrone, hungry in the backfield. He wants the ball. He's not going to get the ball. Handoff to the tailback. Tailback cuts back, and he's got some open field. Green grass in front of him. He turns the corner, and it is a shoestring tackle made by the grass.
Going to be a Wizard 1st down.
As Washingtonville shows some life, and it was Connor Brennan with the big run for Washingtonville. Gets the ball deep in the Port territory. Nice run. Looked like the ball was going to go to Sullivan, the big guy. No, not the case at all, as it was Brennan.
1st and 10 for the Wizards.
Ball's marked at the 25-yard line. 34-yard pickup for the scat back, Connor Brennan from Washingtonville. And that's one of their best plays so far this afternoon. Let's see if they can build momentum on that. Rossi at quarterback. He's got Sullivan. He's got a triple backfield right now. Ball now is getting handed off to Perrone. Perrone's the big guy. Tries to turn his way in. And he is met by that interior defense of Port Jervis. Maddox McCormick says, I may be a number 0, but that doesn't mean you can run over me. Perrone's still able to get a couple yards. We'll give him 2. 2nd down at the Port 23-yard line. This Port defense, the ball gets closer to their end zone that they're protecting. They just really get tighter and tighter and tighter. And Washingtonville just not able to get in the end zone yet.
The Wizards take the huddle and come to the line.
Looks like Raiders don't want to let up anything that happened.
No doubt about it. 2nd down for Washingtonville. Handoff goes to, and that is Bonasek takes it outside. Tyler Bonasek with a nice run out of bounds.
3rd down for the Wizards.
He moves the ball all the way down to the 20-yard line. Rain's starting to pick up out there. Ball now at the 20-yard line. Nice carry by Bonasek. Third down at the 20-yard line. Tyler Bonasek, the nice carry. All right, third down now for Washingtonville at the Port 20-yard line.
Number 79, Rossi.
Big play here for this Washingtonville offense. Rossi calling the signals. He's still got that wishbone offense in the backfield. And it's Perone up the middle, and he is again met by an interior defense of Port Jervis. It is tackled by committee by Port Jervis's defense as Dalshin and company with the big hit. Perone maybe gets a half of a football length, so we'll give him one.
Timeout on the field, Wizards.
Ball's at the 19-yard line. Fourth down for Washingtonville, and this is going to be a timeout on the field. Washingtonville coaches huddled on the sidelines, looking at their play charts. Coach Theodore for the Raiders, he kind of comes out. He's very confident, and he has every right to be. His defense has played well this afternoon. He's going over some last bit advice and some tips. I don't see Port Jervis making any real changes in their way of attacking this. Aiden, look at the umbrellas. The umbrellas are popping up everywhere now.
Yeah, the rain's starting to pick up and it's starting to get kind of breezy out there.
No doubt about it. Got to keep an eye on that. I mean, the field is in great condition, but, if it starts raining and that grass, gets a little slippery, we'll see if that comes into play here. Fourth quarter action, Port Jervis up 21-0 over Washingtonville in this D2 game. Other than those big explosive plays from Port Jervis, it's really been a slugfest.
Yeah, they started off the game doing really, really well, and it's just starting to go downhill a bit.
And here we have it, fourth down at officially the 19 for Washingtonville. Again, that wishbone deep offense.
Under center.
Sullivan, Perone, and Bonasek in the backfield. Rossi calling the snap. And he's going to hand it off. The ball goes to Perone. Cuts back, and he is met at the line of scrimmage. Shakes off a tackle or two and gets down very close to the first down. And Perone gets it. First down for Washingtonville. Has a big run by Perone out of the backfield. Washingtonville breathes a little life. First down now at the Port Jervis 15-yard line. We've seen the Port Jervis defense come up big when Washingtonville's in the red zone. They're going to be asked to do the same here. Again, wishbone for Washingtonville. Perone calls, Rossi broken play, has to keep it himself, tries to cut to the outside, and he is just swallowed by that Port defense.
27 of the Raiders.
Port defense comes up big on the broken play.
Second down.
And what a tackle made by the Raiders. And that tackle was made by Mason Witkowski. Big hit by the young guy as he takes down Rossi on the play.
Looks for a loss of like 1 yard.
And there you go. Officially a loss of 1. So it's 2nd and 11 for Washingtonville. And we mentioned this, this Port defense, when they get pushed their backs up against the wall, they have answered big. Washingtonville breaks the huddle. Man, they got every big guy out there. The only little guy out there is Rossi, the quarterback. How he can see over those linemen is still a mystery.
11 for the Wizards.
He calls the signals. And here's the snap. Dive goes to Sullivan up the middle, and boom, he puts his shoulder down, breaks a couple tackles. He smells the end zone. Oh, and he is hit just short of the touchdown as Dolshin, with a big hit. Carol Dolshin saves the touchdown as Washingtonville in the red zone, moving the ball.
First and goal. First and goal for Washington.
First down at the Port Jervis. We'll give them the 4.
In great field position, Nate. Let's see what they can do.
We got an official timeout on the field. It's going to be a timeout by Port Jervis. They want to make sure they got the right guys out there. Rain becoming a little more steady out there. Cheerleaders have donned their sweatshirts and hoodies. Umbrellas have sparked up everywhere. But I have to thank the league for this beautiful press box, Aiden.
Yeah.
We're nice and dry, right?
Exactly.
We got no problems here. No problems whatsoever. It's an awesome press box, and we are having so much fun being here today. And if you're listening to enjoy what we're doing here, we're going to be bringing you more and more action as we can.
Out there in the rain.
And we're going to enjoy bringing you youth football here on the internet.
First and goal for the Wizards.
We're also going to try to get over to that Little League field. My niece is supposed to play this afternoon. She's playing a little bit of fall ball. Molly, I'm going to try to get over there. I got to go home and take care of my dog, Roscoe. You know my dog, Roscoe. He needs a little TLC now and then. So we're going to go see Roscoe and say hi to him, and then see about maybe coming down and seeing you play some baseball or softball. And also, my buddy Justin, he's playing for the Ravens today at Pike County football. First and goal, Washingtonville here. Handoff goes. Oh, it's a broken play. Fumble on the play, perhaps? Negative. It is.
Second and goal for the Wizards.
It is a run up the middle. That time the ball carrier was Michael Bessinger, 19 on the carry. Picks up a couple. Second and goal. That ball is at the 1. We'll give him 3 on the carry. And boy, this Port defense, they've been in this spot just once before this afternoon. And Aiden, what happened the last time Port was put up against the wall?
They stuck together. Let's see if they can do it again.
Absolutely. Maddox McCormick moving some defensive players over. He says, let's go, let's get in there. And he does. He picks the right hole. Is he right? Oh, Washingtonville gets it in there. Touchdown by Washingtonville. A 1-yard carry on the play. Washingtonville finally gets on the scoreboard, and not for a lack of effort. 19 on the carry for the touchdown. Port Jervis's lead will be reduced. It's just a matter of how much right now, as Washingtonville puts 6 up. Remember, in youth football, 1 point for the run-in conversion or the throw-in conversion. It's the 2 points on the kick. And Washingtonville breaks the huddle with the offense. They're going to go for the single-point conversion. Rossi at the center, takes the snap, pitches it. It looks like it's a halfback option. Oh, and it falls apart, and there'll be no conversion at all as Washingtonville unable to convert. It looked as if the ball might have squirted out of the hands of the back as he was looking to make the throw. Washingtonville unable to convert. Port Jervis's lead 21-6, fourth quarter action. Port Jervis will get the ball back as Washingtonville scores for the first time tonight. I say tonight. That's my bad habit of broadcasting high school football on Friday nights. I don't know, Aiden, if you know, my broadcast partner Kevin Halpany and I, we broadcast Port Jervis varsity football on local radio and the internet. We've been doing it. The radio station's been broadcasting since 1956. How about that?
That's a long time.
I wasn't there when it began, but I will tell you, I'm in my 25th year of broadcasting. We have a lot of fun doing it, and it's great to talk about football. It's always great to talk about the kids that are playing football. Speaking of which, 1st and 10, Port Jervis at their own 35-yard line.
And the Raiders take over.
PJ's up 21-6 over Washingtonville. And I see Port Jervis keeping it on the ground as much as they can. Dead T formation. Theodore at the quarterback spot. He's got his full house backfield, and it's Maddox McCormick. Puts his head down, says, I'll take a couple yards at the get-go. And he responds in kind. We'll give him 2 on the carry. 2nd and 10 for Port Jervis. Check that. 2nd and 8 for Port Jervis at the 37-yard line. I mentioned Tyler Bonasac on the sidelines. His aunt, a good friend of mine, Melissa. I hope she is listening as her brother and his son out here doing some football. That's what's great about Orange County youth football is you get to meet people from all over the county, and you may not know it. You might even know somebody.
2nd and 8 for the Raiders.
All right, 2nd down for the Raiders. That rain's still falling out there, just a light rain. Not dampening the spirits of anyone. Theodore calling the snaps. Oh, look at that. Theodore's snap count gets Washingtonville offsides. So offsides for Washingtonville. Port will take it. A free 5 yards. And it'll be down over again. 2nd down now for Port Jervis at the 42-yard line. And that's what a good quarterback can do. He sensed that defense was really aggressive. He says, I'll go on a different snap count. And sure enough, he drew the defense off sides. That's a smart young man right there, the quarterback. Of course, Anthony Theodore, his father.
Head coach.
Remember him when he played football. I called his name on the radio many years ago. Second down now for Port Jervis. Theodore takes the snap, hands it off to Maddox McCormick. And this kid is just a workhorse as he continues to move the ball upfield. Short gain on the play. But Port Jervis won't complain too much because, more importantly, tick, 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 tick. And you know what that means, Aiden?
Fourth quarter's running out.
That's right. The clock continues to tick. Port Jervis just looking to get some first downs, keep the ball in their possession. They do so. They're going to walk away with a victory. Third down now for Port Jervis. Ball being marked at the 43-yard line. Port Jervis very methodical in the huddle right now. You know what I like in the huddle? Chris Delaney, number 50. Looked like he was giving out all the signals in the huddle. I like that. Comes out and says, I'll play some left tackle. Check that right tackle. Theodore in the shotgun now. Split backs to his left and right. As Carroll Deshawn lines up wide left, going to throw the pass to Deshawn. He's wide open. What a catch by Deshawn. Makes a move at the 45 and breaks free down the sideline. One more guy to beat. Can he shed the tackle? He carries him into the end zone. Incredible 57-yard touchdown pass. Anthony Theodore, Carroll Deshawn. What a play. Dolson. I get his name wrong all the time. Dolson.
Make the score 27-6.
And how about that? As Carroll Dolson with the big touchdown. I tell you what, he only caught that ball at maybe the 45-yard line. The rest was all him, carrying the one guy into the end zone with 5 yards remaining. Carroll Dolson does it. Port Jervis extends the lead right now. They're going to look to add one more, going for it here. Port Jervis up 26-6. Now it's Theodore at the center, takes the snap. He's going to pitch it. This time it goes to Barber. Barber cuts outside, and he's going to get in. Barber with the 1 point. 27-6 with Port Jervis. And what a play.
I believe it's 28, though.
How about we do this? You're right. It is. That's why I got you here. It's 28-6. Port Jervis looking sharp now. How about that pass play, huh?
Yeah. He just got up on that. Or he literally ended up carrying the last dude into the end zone, and then Cameron Barber on the outside for that extra point.
We talk about it in high school football. You don't have to throw the ball 50 yards downfield. Too many times in youth sports, guys want to throw bombs. What you want to do is you want to put the ball on the flats or just downfield a little bit, and then you get a kid like Carroll Dolson, and you give him the opportunity. I call it the YAGs, Y-A-G, yards after grab. He catches that pass. Once he catches the pass, 10 yards downfield, then he does all the work himself. You get him those matchups. Look at how big he is next to that secondary. Get the ball in his hand, and you let him move on downfield. So he had lots of YAGs, 45 YAGs, yards after grab, including those last 5, which he got himself a backpack, a Washingtonville Wizards backpack, because he carried the defensive corner into the end zone with him. A tremendous play for Carroll Dolson and Port Jervis. First down now for Washingtonville. They'll start at the 50-yard line. Wishbone formation. Rossi calls the snap. The dive goes to Perone, and he gets a couple. Guess who's on the bottom of that play? The guy that just scored the big touchdown.
He's been all over here in this Washingtonville Raiders game.
And, of course, we're talking about Carroll Dolson. Second down now for Washingtonville. We'll put the ball at the Port 47. And we will give the running back for Washingtonville. Of course, that was Dominic Perone. We'll give him 3 on the carry. Fourth quarter action here. Port Jervis up 28-6.
Number 79, Rossi under center for the Wizards.
Washingtonville's going to have to score quick if they want to get back in. The handoff goes to Bonasek. Bonasek goes to the left, right in front of Carroll Dolson. Bonasek gets himself some nice yards on the carry. It's a smart play. Gets up, throws the ball to coach. Say, keep me in. I know what I'm doing here. Coach says, sure thing, buddy. 3rd and short now for Washingtonville. I'm going to give the ball at the 41. So we'll give Bonasek, young Bonasek, 6 on the play. Big 3rd down for Washingtonville. Remember, they're trailing 28-6. That touchdown pass was really huge for Port Jewett. Gave them that extra room that they needed. Washingtonville got a lot of work to do and not a lot of time to do it. Handoff goes to Sullivan. Oh, boy, this kid's tough. Look at him. Throwing guys off left and right. Say, get away from me. I'm going to carry the ball downfield. And he sure does. What a run. A strong running back.
Tackle's broken.
Oh, wow. What a carry by Washingtonville. 1st and 10 now at the Port Jervis 30. That was 19 on the carry. I'm sorry, Benzinger. We'll give him the carry. 1st and 10, Washingtonville.
The Wizards come to the line.
11 on the pickup. Port Jervis's defense a little out of kilter right now. Devontae Griffith getting himself late onto the field. Handoff goes up the gut right now and right in front of Carol Dawson. Dawson unable to make the tackle. Fumble on the play. It looks like Port saying they got the ball. Not the case. That's Benzinger again with the recovery. It's a big, tough running back. I'll move that ball up. And it's hurry-up time now for Washingtonville.
2nd and 5 for the Wizards. Handoff to number 3. He dodges a couple Raiders.
This time it's Perone to the right. Not much going on there.
By number 8 player.
Didn't get much room there.
Not at all. They're going to move the chains. It'll be 1st down now for Washingtonville, officially at the 19-yard line. And they're going to try to continue the clock moving. They move the chains. 1st down. This time it's a broken play. No, it's an end around. That time it's Bonasek. And he is forced out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. Oh, he almost got in there. Clock stops as the ball's going to be marked. We give him 17 on the carry. 1st and goal at the Port 2-yard line. Maybe the 1. What a nice play. Looked like it was a broken play, but no. It was the end around. Washingtonville. You know, if they went with this hurry up right from the get-go, his score could be a lot different. Rossi takes the suggestion from his head coach to the huddle. There we go. 1st and goal for Washingtonville at the Port Jervis official 2-yard line. Port Jervis up 28-6 right now. Washingtonville trying to get it closer.
79 Rossi
fullback takes the dive up the middle, and he will not be denied.
Looks like he ran it down to the 1.
Okay, he will be denied, and he's denied by Carol Dawson. Gain of 1 on the play. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from about the 1-yard line. Port Jervis switching out players.
Number 79.
Washingtonville hurries it up. Full house in the backfield. Broken play. Fumble on the ground, and it is taken for a loss as Washingtonville wants to claim that there are extra players on the field. Well, those guys were trying to get off the field. Score is 28-6 here. No intent to have 12 men on the field. The rule of 12 men on the field is not not the situation there. So loss on the play brings up a 3rd down now. We'll put it at the Port 3-yard line.
Time's ticking. Let's see what
Official timeout right now. Referee needs to reset something here. Looks like there's a penalty.
All right.
A penalty on the field. This is going to get almost to the moot point of the day, as it is 28-6. Washingtonville would love to get another score here, and that's what they're working on. Rossi is the quarterback.
Rossi under center.
Calls the snap. This time he dives. I can't see who even carried the ball, but he's in for the touchdown. It's the fullback touchdown. That's excitement on the field for Washingtonville. 3-yard touchdown run.
28-12.
And the score right now, as Aiden says, PJ's up 28. Washingtonville right now with a dozen. They're going to look to add one more with the conversion here.
Lining up for the PAT.
Well, Washingtonville put a nice little drive there. You go with that hurry-up offense, doesn't give you much in the defensive side to make changes. And Rossi calling the signals now at the quarterback spot. Makes the pitch. This time he goes to Pearl, going to do the halfback option pass, and it is through the hands of Dolson and into the hands of a Washingtonville receiver for the one-point conversion. Washingtonville inches closer. Score right now, 28-13. But I think the clock is unfortunately not going to be in favor of Washingtonville. As both teams, I think both teams are lining up. I don't know if there's any time left in the game.
Looks like 20 seconds left.
Steve, the concession stand for keeping us up and running. Thanks, Steve, and your boys.
I think they might try to.
There's a little bit left in the. Yeah, well, we're going to be victory formation here. As Port's going to close things out, 28-13. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 35-yard line. And this is just about going to do it. And officially, I hear 20 seconds remaining, and that's all well and good. Yeah, Port Jervis comes out of the huddle. Victory formation. And Carol Dolson deep in the backfield to protect everyone. It's just a matter of a knee right now, and that's just about going to do it. And the knee is taken. The clock ticks. And that's going to probably be the end of it. I don't think Port Jervis will have to snap the ball again. Both teams will put their helmets on and shake hands at the 50-yard line. Referee letting the teams know that there shouldn't have to be another play, and there is not going to be another play. That's going to do it as the Port Jervis D2 Raiders are victorious over the Washingtonville Wizards Gold by a score of 28-13. Aiden, final thoughts?
No, it was officially a really good game, and happy to see it.
Great game for Port Jervis's D2 as both teams line up to give the high fives and handshakes. I just want to take a moment and thank all of the listeners who have been a part of the listening community this afternoon. It's been a long day. It's been a lot of fun, a great day, and I hope you enjoyed the fact that we are going to bring you Port Jervis youth football as much as we can to you via this new and modern technology, the internet, and other means necessary. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and that is to make sure that people hear the names of the kids in our communities who are joining sports, who are in community events, who are involved in our community, and I want to give back to them and let them know that I appreciate that. Both teams right now giving high fives at the 50-yard line, and that's what it's really all about. Aiden, I want to thank you for joining me in this game. Good luck tonight. When you guys are here home, I'm going to come down and hang out and watch some games with you guys. Your brother, I want to thank. Hey, your brother's right here. Thanks so much for being part of the broadcast.
You're welcome.
Chase, you're number one, man. You're the internet sensation. You'll be giving out autographs before you know it. For everyone else who has made this broadcast happen, I want to thank you all. I want to thank Bryce Sotelo, the president of the Port Jervis Youth Football League, for all of his work in making this happen. Mark Muller, not only a coach and a coordinator, but a guy I went to high school with, a teammate of mine. And that's what high school football, Port Jervis Youth Football is all about, is building lifelong relationships. And I hope that we're building one with you. Please let me know what you think. You can drop me a line, hit me on Facebook. You can always hit me on email. And also, you can always drop me a text. You hit me up on YouTube. Check me out, Tom Fagione, TOMFAGGIONE. Give me a buzz. 845-551-5784. 845-551-5784. Congrats to all of these young football players and cheerleaders. Hats off to all of you for your season and success. And success at this level is not always measured on that scoreboard. It's measured in the heart and the will and the determination that you have to be the best teammate that you can be on your team. Guys, we're going to do it again soon. Thank you so much. Have a great day. God bless.